Hello, my beautiful friend. It's Betsy Gutting. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about the Capricorn new moon. The Capricorn new moon is happening December 23rd at 2:17 a.m. Pacific time, 5:17 a.m. Eastern time, and 10:17 a.m. Universal time. So adjust for wherever you are during this new moon. This is the last new moon of 2022, the last new moon. And I really feel like this new moon is going to help us create a solid, sustainable foundation. We're going to have drive, we're going to have motivation, we're going to be excited to lay a foundation for the first quarter of 2023. This feels like a visioning new moon, a planning new moon, a get it done new moon. So I'm excited to get into the aspects with you. And as always, I will be doing readings for all 12 signs, channeling a message from spirit, as well as pulling an oracle card for you and letting you know in which house the new moon is happening for you. So you always want to listen to your sun, moon, and rising. Your sun represents your personality and your ego drive. Your moon is your emotional well-being and how you experience the new moon emotionally, and your rising sign is the practical area of life in which you're going to be doing the new moon. So they all fill out a piece of the total picture for you. And before I get into it, I want to say hello. If you're new to me, welcome to my channel. This is a like-minded community. I absolutely love having you here, and welcome back to all of you who have been listening for some time now. I am an intuitive life coach as well as a psychic astrologer, and I love helping you create a vision for your life, a vision for the next chapter for your 2023 perhaps. We can do it through an astrology consultation or through coaching. So at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about what you can expect to receive from an astrology consultation, what happens during coaching, and how you can find out more about it on my website. I also have a free gift for you, and I'll tell you all about your free gift and how you can receive it, an instant download, at the end of this video. So be sure and stay tuned for that. So every new moon is where the sun and the moon come together. It's like our heart and our mind and our life force and our emotional body all kind of huddle together and have a heart-storming, a brainstorming on what we want going forward. What intentions do we want to put out there? What seeds do we want to plant? What fresh new beginning do we want to have? And this new moon is in Capricorn, which is an earth sign. It's a building sign. It's a planning sign. It's happening at 1 degree of Capricorn. So who will this new moon be affecting most intensely, most personally? So those of you who have planets or points in your natal astrology chart between 0 and 5 degrees of the cardinal signs, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, or Aries, you will feel this new moon more intensely. Also, those of you who have planets or points in your natal astrology chart between 26 and 29 degrees of the mutable signs, Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, or Pisces, you will also feel this new moon in Capricorn more personally, more intensely. But all of us have 1 degree of Capricorn somewhere in our natal astrology chart. So all of us will be feeling this new moon in Capricorn somewhere in our chart. And this is where we're going to be creating a new beginning, a solid, sustainable foundation, a realistic plan for our future going forward. In Capricorn energy, we're willing to do the work. This is a building energy. This is where we're willing to put our head down, where we're willing to meet with other people, get advice, help one another, be a sounding board for someone else, or have someone be a sounding board for us. This is where we are really focused. This is a focused new moon on what can we build going forward? What will give us a sense of reliability, of dependability? In Capricorn energy, we want something we can count on. Capricorn energy is cardinal earth. This is where we take initiative. It ignites our inner leader. It says, this is what I want. This is what I want going forward. I'm ready to instigate something new in my life. It's earth energy. It calls on our inner leader. Capricorn represents the CEO, the one who makes the decisions, the one who kind of from on high looks at, what policies do we need here? What systems do we need? So this is a very much of a life management kind of energy. Wherever this is happening in your chart is where you're going to be thinking about, how can I manage my life here? What new structure do I need? What new foundation do I need? And since 2020, if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been talking about our post-2020 values. What's important to us now, post the Saturn-Uranus square. Why is this important? Because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It's ruled by Saturn. So whenever Saturn has an aspect like Uranus squaring it, we really feel this in the foundational areas of our life. We feel more, we felt over the last, well, ever since 2020, really, we have felt this discombobulation, this lack of certainty, it may be that every time you tried to start something new or build something new or put some foundation underneath you, you felt like it got rocked, like you started to make headway and then it got, the rug got pulled out from underneath you. Something that you were counting on, if you had money in the stock market, for example, if you had, it's different for everyone. For some of you, it's a job. For some of you, it's a business that maybe you were trying to start. For others of you, it's financial. For others of you, it would be in your relationships. But what's happening now is that Saturn and Uranus have pulled apart enough. Saturn during this new moon will be at 21 degrees. Uranus will be at 16 degrees. They're now pulled apart enough that we can begin to really feel that we are sinking our roots down deep anew. We are rebuilding post all of the rubble that we're left with the rubble after the wrecking ball came through with Saturn and Uranus. Now it may have felt like the cards of your life got thrown up in the air and you're picking up your cards and you're now saying, okay, now it's a feeling that I get in my body as I'm talking about it. It's a feeling of now I can sink my roots down deep. It's all about timing. Remember that Saturn, which rules this new moon in Capricorn, Saturn is about timing. It's cosmic timing. There's a time for everything. With every season, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, and a time for every purpose under heaven. And Capricorn is very purpose driven. So we're going to feel, I think, this strong sense of purpose, soul purpose. My soul is ready for this now. When I was preparing for this new moon video, I got this real strong image of a crossroads, of like the path going into two paths. And one path is our old vibration, our old frequency, let's call it ascension, all the soul growth, all the work that we've done on ourselves, the inner work. And the other path is where, if you're watching this video, most likely you're taking this other path, which is post all of the growth we've done, all of the inner work that we've done. We are sailing, it almost feels like a sailing onto a new path. And I also got the image of ships, these two really big ships, and we're all with our tribe on one ship and we're waving goodbye to everyone else on the other ship, and there's nothing bad or wrong or anything to judge about it. It's just we are exiting from that path and we're going on this path. And my heart is just warming as I'm talking about it because it feels really good to me. Now, Capricorn energy is very focused, goal-oriented, achievement-oriented, ambitious even. It's hardworking. It's at times I need to put my nose to the grindstone. I have all these things I want to get done. Here's my list. In Capricorn energy, we are really happy when we can check things off our list. We really want to be productive. So what I'm feeling and sensing tuning into this new moon is that we are kind of getting our ducks in a row. We're getting a sense of what we have to do. We're writing it down and we are making this plan as we enter 2023. Mars is still retrograde until mid-January. Also, Mercury is going to be going retrograde at the end of December and will be retrograde for the first, I think it's to about the 19th of January. That may not be the exact date, but it's about that time frame. So we are going to have some review during that time, but that's part of a planning phase too, right? You sit around a table. I also got the image of a group of people sitting around a table, and it was interesting that the table is completely white and blank and there's nothing on it. And there was kind of a schmoozing energy, like an openness, a freedom of everybody gets to say, everybody gets to talk about what they want, and maybe talk about what hasn't gone well, what you don't want, and what you're ready to release, which is always a beautiful thing to do on a new moon, the very last new moon of the year, right? We are in that kind of shedding period. New moons, yes, are about new beginnings, but to have a new beginning, we have to release what we no longer want and close doors that are meant to be closed. And in my full moon video on the Gemini full moon that came right before this new moon, 2 weeks before, I was talking about the feeling like shreds of fabric, like just a little bit of like, just like little, very fine shreds. These aren't big cords, big thick cords. We've already done the work on cutting the cords to things that are toxic to us, that are no longer useful in our lives, things that we've outgrown, people, situations, relationships that we've outgrown. But there was just these really fine threads that I saw us just kind of snipping away. And I feel that with this new moon as well. We're continuing to do that snipping. The thing to remember about a Capricorn new moon ruled by Saturn is that with Saturn energy, we can feel overly responsible, We can feel like there's too much weight on our shoulders because, especially for a lot of us empathic, highly sensitive people, we naturally, unconsciously take on the energy of others, take on the responsibilities of others. We can be codependent, we can be rescuers, we can just feel like, sometimes it's a way that we do life so that we feel like we can be in control, right? We feel like we can be in control if we just become the manager, Capricorn, the CEO, Capricorn. We can just say, I'm responsible for it all, so I know I can count on myself, right? Well, this energy is saying, because Saturn in Aquarius is about involving others and getting our tribe on board. Remember, sitting around the table, it's not just us. We're sitting around the table with like-minded tribe, with people we feel trust in, people who share our common vision. In this energy, we're really encouraged, supported to not do it alone, to receive, if the people or person situation that you're working through during this new moon or working with, if it feels out of sync with you, then that's because that may be the people on the ship that are leaving that you're waving goodbye to. The strong message I'm getting with this new moon is if you're having a difficult time with somebody during this new moon, there are other people who can support you. Move your gaze, move your focus. In my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, I have a chapter, I guess it's a subchapter where I'm talking about, for a lot of empathic and highly sensitive people, we have the tendency to look in the direction, look for love in the direction. I could call it looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love from people. And this is just often comes from past lives or childhood conditioning where we're trying to earn, another Capricorn word, earn the love of someone who doesn't have the capacity to give that to us, who's just in a different consciousness. So maybe this is a reminder to someone who, if you're feeling any kind of frustration or wobbliness or just, I don't know where I stand with this person. I don't know, it doesn't feel like I'm getting back what I'm giving. Capricorn deals with self-respect. We really want self-respect and to be in our soul integrity in Capricorn energy. Maybe you're looking for love in all the wrong places, but the love is there from other people who are in alignment with your frequency. The love is there. That's Saturn and Aquarius energy. It is like-minded community. So we will receive that when we turn our focus in that direction. If I'm not getting support from here, where is the support? Spirit, show me where the support is. And remember, it's not personal. It's not personal to you. I know for me, I can take things really personally when something isn't going right with a specific person and I forget. We're just in a different consciousness right now. We just see things completely differently. We're not seeing eye to eye, and it's not personal for either of us. This new moon makes a number of really supportive aspects. The first aspect, and the one I think we're going to feel the most, is Jupiter in Aries, which will go direct. It'll go direct on the solstice, just 2 days before this new moon in Capricorn. Jupiter in Aries is going to square the sun and the moon in Capricorn. So this new moon is making a square with Jupiter in Aries. And you may say, well, squares are tension, squares are pressure. When Jupiter is involved in a square, it's usually more of a feeling of a lot of energy, a lot of motivation and drive. The word that kept coming to me is thrust. Like, this is a thrust forward. We're going to be feeling like I'm ready to push forward. And because both of these signs, Aries and Capricorn, are cardinal signs, they're signs of leadership, they're signs of, remember, Aries is the I am confident, I'm courageous. In Aries, we take risks. We are willing to be the pioneer. We're willing to go out on a limb, so to speak, when we feel that our soul is really pulling us in that direction. This is where you can really feel the call of your soul. Pair that with Capricorn, Sun and Moon in Capricorn, which is fortifying, reliable, commitment. This is where we make a commitment, or we have a sense of strength, of fortification from saying yes to something that our heart is calling us toward. We're determined. I feel a determination with this square. We're determined to make something real in our lives. Wherever this is happening, this new moon in your chart, you're going to feel determined, I feel, ready to take a risk even, to make something to put down your roots in your life and create that solid, sustainable foundation. The other thing I love about this Jupiter in Aries square to the sun and the moon in Capricorn, it's an exuberant energy. It's a hopeful energy. It is an opportunistic, in the best possible way, energy. This is really where we can feel ignited with Aries energy. We can feel ignited and ready and confident and courageous to create something real and true for ourselves. When I asked Spirit about this new moon, I got the words exceptional bravery. Some of us are even have a sense of exceptional bravery. I think we're going to be more willing to speak our truth, partly because Mercury and Pluto are making a wide sextile. With a sextile, it's an opportunity. It's not something that happens automatically. It's something that we see the opportunity and we say, oh, I'm going to do that thing. I'm going to say yes to that. I'm going to ask about that. We have to take a step, but if we take that step, then we get rewarded for taking that step. We also have two aspects that are wanting to give us an opportunity for healing. Mars retrograde in Gemini is sextiling, again, another opportunity word, sextiling Chiron in Aries. So Chiron in Aries is where we feel an ouch, where we feel that core wound of betrayal, abandonment, or shame. Chiron has been retrograde in Aries since July. Right on this new moon, it stations direct. How synchronistic is that? We have a positive energy flow aspect with this Chiron, the wounded healer, with Chiron, the wounded healer, this is where we turn a hurt into personal power. This is wherever we have experienced this core wound, we can then help other people. We heal, and then we're able to help others heal. So because Mars has been retrograde in Gemini and it's making this positive aspect to Chiron, I feel that this could have to do with a conversation that you've had. It could have to do with some kind of communication you had with someone during Mars retrograde or before, where you felt misunderstood, where there just wasn't that positive energy flow, where it was both parties felt frustrated or angry, or maybe two people turning their backs to each other, like saying, oh, they're not my person, they're not being whatever. Like two people could have made a decision about one another that was not positive, that was not true, that was based on a misunderstanding even. And I feel like this is an opportunity perhaps to smooth something over, and that will bring us a deeper sense of healing, that we will have an opportunity to touch into something that comes from a deeper childhood conditioning or past life wound. The other very healing aspect we have during this new moon in Capricorn is Neptune in Pisces sextiling Mercury in Capricorn. So Neptune in Pisces, oneness, unconditional love, our connection to the beautiful, imaginative, divine, mystical realms, that is making a sextile to Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury is communication. Mercury is where we receive that messenger, divine messenger information. So this is a beautiful time to journal, to create art, to make a vision board, to tap into that cosmic consciousness, to tap into unconditional love, and to receive new insight. I also feel this as forgiveness, as compassion. Again, another opportunity to smooth something over with another person, or just to be able to release a situation, a person, or maybe a past pattern, to release it with grace and ease and compassion and love. Because Mercury is conjunct Pluto, we may have passionate communication during this time. You may feel an intensity, you may feel a new truth come out, but this is going to be freeing for us. This is where we can cut the ties, where we can wave goodbye to the people on the other ship passing with compassion, with love, with understanding, with celebration even, that we are on a new path. This is the path converging into two different paths, and no judgment about which path you take, but this does feel like a new timeline. This does feel like, and when I say new timeline, I mean a different consciousness, a new life chapter that comes from you being in a whole different place in terms of your vibration, your frequency. I know these words can just sound like terms and concepts, but this is about you sailing into a new future. It really is future focused. This new moon ruled by Saturn in Aquarius, all about the future, all about a new plan, all about us seeing from a higher vantage point, with tribe, with community, not doing it alone, feeling supported, ready and ripe. These are two words that Spirit gave me for this new moon. Ready and ripe. The time is ripe. We are ready. We're doing this. We are committed. We've got both feet in. We're doing this. Okay, my friends, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. I have got my oracle cards, I'm shuffling, and let's start with Capricorn. Beautiful Capricorn, this is your new moon. This is happening in your first house. This is the house of identity. It's how you see yourself. It's the roles that you play. It's your vitality. It's your appearance. It's your look. This is a time that you could change your appearance. You could decide to change out your wardrobe, wear different colors. This is a brand new beginning for you, beautiful Capricorn. There are a lot of different ways this can manifest. This can show up in new relationships as well, because the seventh house of partnerships is directly across from the first house. And often we have a new vision for our partnerships at the same time. Spirit's message for you. Spirit said that there's a stick-to-itiveness that you are feeling during this new moon, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of any obstacles, any frustrations, any places where you felt stuck. You are determined and resolved to stick with the thing that feels where the fire is burning in your belly, where you feel that Jupiter and Aries energy of I'm going for this, I want this. There's a yearning for some of you. Some of you have a yearning for a whole new chapter. Some of you have felt like you've been in the desert. It's been dry, it's been lifeless, and you have a yearning for some tropical, and this is all metaphorical, of course, but like for a beautiful tropical rain where the things can grow again. And also I felt a delight that's coming to you when you take a risk. Spirit says, take a risk, Capricorn. You're very good at managing. You're very good at planning. You're so reliable. As a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, I absolutely love Capricorn energy. Personally, I have to say, because you guys really ground my energy and I feel like I can rely on you. You're dependable. You show up. You do what you say you're going to do. And that is something I value so much. And this new moon is saying, take a risk. Be willing to go out of your comfort zone to do something different. So I'm shuffling the cards. And let's see what the cards have to say for you, beautiful Capricorn, on your new moon. Capricorn. I've been talking so fast, I needed that breath. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're really interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so your card is security. How interesting that you would get a card that says security when Spirit is saying be willing to take a risk. There's security in you sticking with something, being committed to something that is soul directed. It's a soul goal. You're very goal oriented, Capricorn, as you know. This needs to be, in order to really reap the rewards of the work that you're sowing, this needs to be soul directed for you. And this card, security, there's a beauty in this card of connecting to Spirit. I feel this fire. I feel this sort of powwow that's happening around the fire, and there's a clear connection with the stars and the night sky and the cosmic realms. There's a sense of, I get my security from being connected to the ethereal realms, to the mystical realms, to realizing that I'm made of stardust. We are stardust. We are golden. There's something about that for you, Capricorn, of you sourcing your security in your roots that are so deep down into the earth, and they go so wide, and all of your cosmic energy that is connected to those mystical realms, that's your true security. And that is the message that I'm getting from this card, and that will allow you to take a risk, that will allow you to say yes to anything that's yearning within you, to explore it, to not just stay with the status quo, but to go out of your comfort zone and really, really say yes to what is calling to your heart. And for some of you, my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, if you really feel in transition, and if you feel like you're being called to do something that feels scary, that feels like I would love to do this, but I'm never going to do it, my book is absolutely for you. It's linked below. And for those of you who, regardless of where you are in your life, spending more time in nature, maybe even going camping. I know it's too cold to go camping in a lot of places, but in a lot of places you can. You're being called to reconnect to your tribal instincts, your tribal roots. Beautiful Capricorn. Okay, Sagittarius. Hello, beautiful Sag. This new moon in Capricorn is happening for you in your second house of money, income that you earn. It's your values, it's self-esteem and self-love. So second house new moons is where we're often doing a lot of reflection on, am I getting back what I'm putting out? Am I receiving the energy that I'm putting out? Do I like my job? Do I feel like I'm receiving money-wise, income-wise, even in friendships? Just, do I feel like I'm receiving what I'm giving? That's often something that we think about, and you may say, I want to earn more money. My values have shifted. I don't feel the same as I used to about this or that, what I'm doing in my life. Or, with Capricorn, we often think about work because it's a very work kind of focused energy. It's very much about the management of our lives. So you may feel, and it's earthly, so it's all about our stuff. And second house is also your possessions. So this Sagittarius, when I tuned into your energy, I got a sense of, I'm getting down to business. I'm getting down to business. And I'm opening new doors. I felt like an opening of new doors. I have to shift in my chair here for a second. Okay, so I felt like an opening of new doors, Sag, for you, that is coming from you getting more serious about what you want, about what you like. You're taking yourself seriously, not serious in a way of like heavy and, boring serious, because that's not you, Sag. You're never going to go for that. It's more like a determination. And I also felt for you an exuberance, a Jupiter exuberance, because, in Jupiter energy, we often feel hopeful, optimistic, exuberant. We feel like something's opening up. It's an expansive energy. It can bring good fortune. It can bring luck, as we say. But also, Sag, you're ruled by Jupiter, because you're ruled by Jupiter. And that's one of the reasons you have like 9 lives, Sag, because you are able to always see things from that level, that higher level of optimism and beauty and expansiveness. So you tend to take more risks. And even if you fall, you brush yourself off and you get back up again and you go for the next risk. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Sag, on this getting down to business new moon for you. Sagittarius. Illumination. There's something being illuminated in your life, Sag. There's something that's coming out for you that you haven't seen before this. There's a mist on the water here. There's a reflective quality to this new moon for you. And again, that often happens when we have a second house new moon because it's tied to our sense of worthiness, our sense of deserving, our sense of self-worth. Often we want more when we have a second house new moon. Often we feel like something is lacking. And so it reminds me of my teacher, Robert Holden. He says, when something is missing in your life, that something missing is you, is more of your soul connection. So there's an illumination from your soul coming for you, Sagittarius, from this new moon. And this may be a quiet new moon for you. This may be one where you just feel like you are very focused. That's really the vibe that I got when I tuned into this. You're very focused, and that could be reflective focus. That could be journaling. That could be you just know what you want and you're going for it. But I felt like a quietness to this new moon for you. And that's what this card is really showing in this imagery. It's just a sense of quiet, calm, reflection, illumination. So happy new moon in Capricorn, beautiful Sag. Okay, Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. This new moon in Capricorn is happening in your 3rd house. Your 3rd house is communication. It's neighbors. It's your neighborhood. It's your immediate environment. It's where you go to do the various things in your life, whether it's working out or grocery shopping or getting your hair cut. Like, it's all those very mundane things. It's very mundane in some ways, but it's also where we receive support in our local area and where we give support to others. It can be very busy. It can be very much about errands, taking short trips, but also connection. It's a beautiful house of connection. And often when I'm having a 3rd house transit, I feel way more connection with the people in my neighborhood, and it's really fun. So for you, I'm shuffling the cards as we chat. For you, your message from Spirit is you are developing new connections. You're having new communication through your new connections. And there's a fluid opening. There's a sense of something open up that's just happening in your day-to-day. There's not a lot of work you have to do to get it. It's just happening. I also felt you desiring more connection and that it will be healing for you and it will be fun. So Scorpio, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Scorpio, your card is fulfillment. What a beautiful card. Fulfillment. There's a full moon in the background, so I feel that 2 weeks after this new moon in Capricorn, you're going to have a sense of something coming to fruition. There's fruit right here, fruition fruit. There's a very ripe piece of fruit. Spirit did say that you are ripe and ready, so I think there's a sense of something time has come. A manifestation. There's a manifestation coming to you. And in the 3rd house, and this is going to be about abundance, it's going to be about something flowering, something fruit ready to pick, ready to enjoy. The juiciness of a ripe peach. How yummy is that? There's a deliciousness to this new moon. So keep your eyes open. Give yourself maybe, often in our day-to-day lives, we're so... Scorpio, often in our day-to-day lives, we're so busy running around that we don't create time for the synchronicities and the magic to come into our lives. So I'm getting the sense of how important it is for you to, if you can, weave in a little bit more spaciousness to your day-to-day, at least around this new moon time, so you can reap the rewards, the fruits, the juiciness of what wants to come to you during this new moon in Capricorn, Scorpio. So happy new moon in Capricorn. Okay, Libra, beautiful Libra. This new moon in Capricorn is happening for you in your fourth house of home, family, and childhood conditioning. In the fourth house is where we want to put down roots. Fourth house new moons are often very quiet. We often want to stay home and just rest and relax, sometimes beautify our homes. This is a working new moon though, in the sense that Capricorn is often all about work. I have a very close friend who she's a Capricorn, and we would have a little chat on the phone, and she'd go, okay, now work, now go to work. That's just her thing. That's very Capricornian. So Libra, you also work hard. You're a cardinal sign, and you love to initiate new things as much as any Capricorn does. When I tuned into your energy, I got the sense of you. I saw a fireplace. I saw a hearth. I saw a beautiful burning fire in the fireplace. And I got the sense of you really seeking comfort. But I also got the sense of, I know what I want now. I have a vision. I have a vision for what my home life feels like. I have a vision for what my family life feels like. And I'm determined and resolved to create that, to co-create that, to bring that into my life. I'm looking at my notes from Spirit. You have a sense of the ideal home and family balance now. You have a sense of that, and it's what you want in your life. You want something reliable. You want to know that you can have what you want. And Spirit's question for you is, what does reliable mean for you? And what reliability, dependability, something you can count on, what is that? Where can you source that from within yourself? And I know that can sound like a very esoteric question and even a frustrating question to receive, but the message was that what you seek outside of yourself is within you. And as you tune into where it is, maybe it's in your belly. I'm getting the sense of your solar plexus, Libra, your solar plexus of, when I know what I want, I go after it. When I know what I want, I'm clear, I say yes to it. And I get the sense here, right in your solar plexus, your sense of personal power. There's a reliability that you can source from within you, and then you begin to see it outside of yourself. It becomes much easier to manifest outside of yourself. So you are, with this new moon in Capricorn, you are creating a new sense of comfort, joy, peace, celebration within your home, beautiful Libra. So let's pull a card for you, Libra, and see what the cards have to say for this Capricorn new moon. Libra. And your card is Wisdom. Wisdom. I love this card so much. There's a mermaid floating, not floating, swimming, doing the deep dive down into the water. This mermaid is in her own home environment. She is basking in the delight, the multicolored sensory aliveness of this beautiful underwater, deep water. It feels like a kaleidoscope, a galaxy of just nourishment. It feels so nourishing to me. And so this card, it feels like it's coming, I'm feeling it on a number of different levels, but I'm really feeling a sense of, yes, some of you may take a deep dive. This is a fourth house new moon for you. When you're having a fourth house new moon, as I said, we often go, we want to stay home, we want to rest, we want to reflect. It can be very reflective. But there's also a sense of the imagination of traveling underwater to receive a treasure, to go down deep and receive a treasure from the depths of your soul and come back up and emerge into the sunlight with your beautiful treasure. Beautiful Libra, there's that, and just an acknowledgement as well of your wisdom, of how far you've come, of how far you've grown, and how there's a wisdom within you that can illuminate your next steps as you go forward with this new moon. There's a wisdom within you that has something for you, that has a treasure for you that you can rely on, that you can count on. Again, it's that sourcing that sense of reliance within yourself. So happy new moon in Capricorn, beautiful Libra. Okay, Virgo. Hello, beautiful Virgo. This is happening, this new moon in Capricorn, in your fifth house. Your fifth house is the house of fun, true love, romance, creativity, children, Fifth house new moons are where we create something that really delights us. It's the house of delight, of the light. And when I tuned into your energy, I got a sense of solidifying. There's something solidifying within you. There's a grounding energy to this new moon for you, which is really beautiful when we look at a fifth house new moon, because that is often where we are giving ourselves permission to let our inner child play, where we're giving ourselves permission to journal, to play with paints, to play with color, to do the thing that lights us up. We're giving ourselves that permission. So, but the sense I got from you is you got your eye on the future, Virgo. I felt you very focused. You're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, as we say about Virgo energy. You're detail-oriented. You are making plans. You are checking things off of your list, and you're even one step ahead. I got the feeling like you just felt very aligned. You feel very aligned with what your future self wants, and you're going for it. You're going after it. So let's pull a card for you, Virgo, and see what the cards have to say. All right, Virgo. And your card is action. Oh my gosh, how perfect is that? Action, Virgo, you're in action. And this is such an energetic card. Look at that big wave coming over and all of this golden light in the sky. There is like a lot of cosmic energy coming through you that you are using to catapult you forward. There's a new beginning that is definitely being catalyzed through you, Virgo. You're taking action. And if you're not in action, if you're feeling stuck, if you're not feeling like what I was just describing, then action is the way to get yourself unstuck. Small steps, even if it's clutter clearing one drawer, your socks. That's the easiest one, because you get rid of the socks that you don't like and the ones that don't have a match anymore. And that's really good if you want a partner, because you want everything to be paired up symbolically. We feel it in the inside. Maybe go through your sock drawer. Make it really simple. That'll get you into action. One drawer leads to another, leads to a cupboard. It leads to who knows what, the next great thing. So happy new moon in Capricorn, beautiful Virgo. Okay, Leos, beautiful Leo. This new moon in Capricorn is happening for you in your sixth house, the sixth house of health. It's your vitality. It is your exercise routine, your work. It's your everything we do on a daily basis, our schedules and our lifestyle. So I feel Leo, that you are really thinking about your lifestyle. Some of you right now, you're thinking about, what do I want my schedule to be like? Where do I want to change up my routines? Some of you will be doing a new exercise routine. Some of you will be looking at how you can change up your diet, maybe change your work hours, maybe start a new business so you can create your own hours. There's a desire for freedom here with Jupiter in Aries. When I tune into your energy and I ask Spirit, what is the message for you? What I got was, you are attending to what needs attending. You are feeling a strong, clear focus during this new moon. I also got, don't drop the ball. So for some of you who don't feel as focused, that's a message to you. Timing is everything. Get on the right wave. A long time ago, when I moved to Laguna Beach, California, I met an older gentleman who was leasing an apartment just for 1 month. I was looking for an apartment in Laguna. I couldn't find one. He was leasing an apartment for 1 month only. And I felt really nervous about taking it, because I thought, what if I don't find my forever home in 1 month? Then what will happen? And he said, Betsy, you have to get on the right wave. If you get on the right wave, everything happens from there. And he was right. I took that apartment. It was the right wave. And from there, my mail carrier in the same neighborhood told me another place is opening up a few blocks away. And that was the home that I signed my lease on and have been here for 7 years. So that was the right wave. So that's your message, is it's time to get on the right wave. And you'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your soul, Leo. You'll feel it. There's an opportunity right now to progress forward, and this is your time, is what Spirit said. So I'm shuffling the cards for you now. And let's see what the cards have to say for you, Leo. And your card is patience. Patience. Okay, so Leo, the energy may not feel like it's moving fast enough for you right now. Here's the card. What I love about this card is there's flight. There's beautiful flight. And there's a grace. There's an ease. There's a I'm feeling good about myself feeling. Can you feel that? This is a heron, I believe. It's what I see. And can you feel this heron's sense of love for itself? It almost feels like I look so beautiful right now. I feel beautiful and I look beautiful, and watch me fly, watch me fly. And I think this is saying, whether you realize it or not, you are flying. You have made a lot of progress. You have accomplished a lot. You have come way farther than you think you've come. Try to be patient with yourself. Try to be patient with the outcome of things. Mars has been retrograde. That's challenging for all of us. I think it's especially challenging for fire signs. I have a lot of planets in Gemini, so it's been challenging for me with Mars retrograde in Gemini, but if I were a fire sign, I think I would feel that too. Things haven't been feeling like they've been moving fast enough, so it may be that you felt that too, that frustration about that. Have patience. Know that you are making progress. Stretch your wings out. Take a flight and bask in your own beauty. Beautiful Leo. Okay, Cancers. Hello, Cancer family. I have Cancer moon and rising, and this new moon in Capricorn is happening for Cancers in their 7th house. So this is the 7th house new moon. This is the house of partnerships. This is the house of key relationships, and also the house of advisors, where we can get advice from other people. And I feel a strong need for Cancers to do this. I also feel that a lot of Cancers are cutting ties to karmic relationships that they no longer need to be in participation with, and that it's okay to let go. And if something isn't working, if you're feeling like you're hitting your head against the wall, if you feel like you're not receiving what you're giving, or that you just, no matter what you say or do or communicate, it kind of falls on deaf ears, or you feel misunderstood, I feel like it's time for us to seek advice from others, get support from others, and turn our eyes, as I said earlier in the video, turn our eyes toward those who are ready to align with us, who are more aligned with us. So your message from Spirit, beautiful Cancer, is that there is a vision and a plan that is coming to you during this new moon. It's reliable, it's true, it's real, it's long lasting. In Capricorn energy, we want long lasting relationships. We do not want anything that feels fly by night, or that's just entertaining for a short period of time, or that just helps us pass the time, or that keeps us from being alone. No, Cancers don't need that. Cancers want reliable, true, loyal, deeply loving partnerships. So this can be, obviously romantic relationships, it can be family relationships, but there's a clarity that's coming to you during this new moon, and it's going to help you feel more secure. Also, there's the theme of deserving, not settling for less. You've been through it, and you know what it feels like to settle for less. You're cutting karmic ties, and there's a growth. And your message from Spirit, as we close out this message from Spirit, is it's safe to love. Beautiful Cancer, it's safe to love. So let me pull a card for you. I'm shuffling and see what the cards have to say. What does Spirit have to say through the cards for you? Cancer, on this Capricorn new moon. Your card is relaxation, Cancer. You can take a load off. Relaxation. So you can see this person's in a hammock reading a book in the light of the moon, in the light of an orange moon, a very creative full moon coming after this new moon. This is saying, allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to stop pushing, allow yourself to receive the beauty, the bliss, the sweetness of the universe. There are gifts for you that want to come. And to do that, it's important to open up and receive. This is your time to receive, to relax. Let go of control, Cancer. I know that's easier said than done. And allow yourself to receive. Happy new moon in Capricorn. Okay, Gemini. Hello, beautiful Gemini. My natal sun is in Gemini. So happy new moon in Capricorn. This new moon is happening for Geminis in their 8th house. This is your 8th house of transformation, death and rebirth. This is taxes. It's all the things we don't like to talk about. But what I got for you when I tuned into 8th house energy was that this may be more for you about shared resources, money from others, where you're reaping the rewards of partnership. And this could be any partnerships, not just romantic relationships, not just, committed husband, wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or significant other partnerships, but also with clients and with family members, perhaps. There's a sense here of you setting very clear boundaries, or someone else setting clear boundaries with you getting a sense of where you stand with people so that you can be really clear on the relationships you want to be in, you want to invest in, you want to put time in going forward. Investment is a very important word with Gemini, with 8th house energy. It's time for Geminis to put their energy into what makes sense for them to invest in. And when I tune into your message from Spirit, I got an image of a house foundation, the foundation of the house, the floorboards, what's holding up that foundation, and how important it is that it be solid quality, it be made from the very best materials, and that it be unshiftable even by an earthquake. And so, I got the sense of it better be strong and it better be high quality, because that's what you're seeking, Gemini, and that's what you deserve. There's a high standard here. There's you having a high standard, and maybe you sometimes feel some doubt about whether your standards are too high, and the message is no, your standards are not too high regardless of what anybody says. This is what you need. So envisioning this solid foundation underneath you may really help you. Or maybe you envision yourself as an old growth cedar tree with a very wide trunk with deep roots that are being nourished from Mother Earth. There's an inner child safety that can come to you from feeling this within yourself of, I am solidly supported, feeling secure by this deep, wide, high quality foundation. So let's pull a card for you, Gemini, and see what the cards have to say. And some of you may be receiving new money, or you decide to apply for a loan, or you decide to reach out to others and ask for assistance. During Capricorn energy, it's a great time to get advice from others, to seek out authorities on different issues that will help you to feel like you're not doing this alone. So let's see what the cards have to say. Gemini. Gemini, your card is Truth. How 8th house is that? Because the 8th house is ruled by Pluto. It's associated with Scorpionic energy, and this card feels like there's a truth blowing in for Geminis. There's new information blowing in that will open your eyes and make it easy for you as your tree self to put those roots down deep. Beautiful Gemini. There's a truth coming in. Something that was hidden before is going to show up for you, and that's going to be very freeing for you. That may be something that allows you to get the support that you need, allows you to turn your focus in the direction that will be solid, sustainable, long-lasting, and fruitful for you. So leave me a comment, Gemini. Let me know if this resonates for you, and I'm sending you all my love on this new moon in Capricorn. Okay, Taurus. Hello, beautiful Taurus. This new moon in Capricorn is happening for you in your 9th house. Your 9th house is spirituality. It's higher learning. It is the cosmic mystical realms. It's ruled by Jupiter. And of course, this new moon is getting aspected by Jupiter. So I feel like you are going to feel very elevated and expanded during this new moon in Capricorn. This is long distance travel. Some of you could be taking trips that are, international perhaps. You could be doing a certification program in one of the metaphysical arts. You could be getting a PhD. You could be taking a trip, and you could be taking a new adventure that feels very expansive to you, where the new scenery is really lighting you up. You could be getting a whole new perspective on your life. You could be starting a new, spiritual practice. There are a lot of different ways that this could show up for you, but what I really feel is that there's a real sense of, I'm giving myself the gift of something new and expansive. I'm giving myself the gift of communion with spirit, perhaps communion with a group of people. I know when I did my expressive arts therapy program way a long time ago, many years ago, 20 years ago, it was a group of like-minded women. There were 13 of us. We met every weekend for a whole year, and it really helped me put my roots down and form community. And I feel like that's something that it's just an example, but that's what came up when I was tuning into your energy, is that some of you would really benefit from a program that allows you to feel very supported spiritually, like-minded tribe. So let's pull a card for you. And also Spirit's message for you is, this is going to be very grounding for you. You're ready for new horizons. This new moon's going to be a breath of fresh air for you, even Taurus, and that it's okay to take a risk. There's a risk that some of you want to take that may feel out there to you. It may feel scary, but I got the sense of, I need this. I'm going to give this gift to myself. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Taurus. Taurus, your card is Inner Peace. Inner Peace. This is such a beautiful, the imagery of this card is so beautiful. Two fish swimming in an ocean of flowers. It feels very impressionistic to me. It feels very spiritual, very Neptunian. There's just this sense of creativity, of color, of swimming, of like being so connected to the ethereal realms that you can receive the messages, the relaxation, the delight, the bliss of being tuned into the cosmic realms. So allow yourself, beautiful Taurus, to receive the inner peace that comes from letting go, from connecting to spirit, from doing your spiritual practice, whatever that is. Maybe it involves water. Maybe it's to be done with another person. Maybe this is a very Piscean card to me, the two fish, but this is just about, hey, let's do this together. There's a togetherness to this card. So what can you do with another like-minded soul that will bring you a sense of rootedness, connection, and inner peace? Whatever it is, say yes, beautiful Taurus. Happy new moon in Capricorn. Okay, Aries. Hello, beautiful Aries. This new moon for you is happening in your 10th house. It's a very public house. It's the top of your chart. This is career, life purpose, legacy, retirement for some of you. This is going to feel like a supercharged new moon for you because Jupiter is now at 0 degrees during this new moon. This is the Aries point, and the Aries point is where we really want to, we feel the strong urge to push our energy out into the world. You could be receiving more recognition. You could be in the limelight. You could be on stage, metaphorically speaking or practically speaking. But this, I think you're really going to be activated by this new moon in Capricorn. I really feel like this desire to show yourself, to show your true colors. I got the image of a peacock, like fanning out its feathers. So beautiful. Here are my feathers, and then strutting around in just a beautiful, hey, this is your time. This is your time, Aries. There is an intensity of passion that I felt. And who doesn't love that? So let me pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say for you, Aries. I think with Jupiter being retrograde and now being direct and going back into your sign, you're going to feel this and you're going to be happy about it. Jupiter went retrograde. Okay, Jupiter was at 0 degrees in May and also in October. So you might want to go back to that time and say, what was that? What were the themes for me during May and October when Jupiter was at 0 degrees? But in any case, and that will probably be reflected now in what you're working on, but in any case, Jupiter is ready to go again in your sign. So how cool is that? Okay, so let's pull a card for you, Aries. Aries, new moon in Capricorn. Interesting. Forgiveness. There's a reaching up to the moon, the divine goddess, connecting with that inner self, your higher self that knows, apparently there's something, for some of you anyway, that is ready to be forgiven. Maybe it's forgiving yourself. Maybe it's forgiving another. There's a compassion to this. There is an aspect that I talked about earlier with Neptune and Mercury, and that will facilitate divine downloads and receiving and forgiveness and unconditional love. But if this rings true to you, Aries, this will help free you for this activation that is happening for all of you in your sign during this Capricorn new moon. So leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonates for you. And I'm sending you all my love on this Capricorn new moon time. Okay, Pisces. Hello, beautiful Pisces. This new moon in Capricorn is happening in your 11th house. Your 11th house of community, it's friendships, it is social media, it's where you're out and about, you're doing networking, you are really feeling the love of others, of community during this time. It's often where we have more magical kind of feeling, synchronicities happen just from being out and about. When I tune into it's tribe, it's communing with your tribe. This can also be group gatherings, like association gatherings, and people that represent some sort of cause or purpose or something that you're passionate about. When I tune into I got a very interesting message when I tune into your energy, Pisces. This may not be for all of you, but for some of you, I got a sense of, so whether you're aware of it or not, there's something often with Piscean energy that we call unearned guilt, where you feel on a very subconscious level, rarely are we conscious of this, but where we feel on an unconscious level, a sense of wrongdoing. And this often comes from a past life experience or maybe a childhood experience where you were accused of something that you didn't do, but on some level you felt responsible. And during a Capricorn new moon, we can often feel like a heaviness about feeling responsible. So unearned guilt means that you didn't do anything to feel guilty about, but on a subconscious or unconscious level, you're holding on to that. So Spirit's message to you is to release that. And if you think I'm not connecting to that at all, it doesn't resonate with me, maybe you can just say, if I do have any unearned guilt, I do this too, because I have 3 planets, personal planets in the 12th house, very Piscean. 12th house is, ruled by Pisces. I often will say, like, I don't know if I'm carrying this, but if I am, Spirit, please help me release it. If that is true for you, you will feel a real freedom during this new moon in Capricorn, a letting go, a cleansing, releasing of heaviness, lightening your load. And that is going to allow you to feel like you're really ready, and you're really ready for new tribe especially. So let me pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say for you. Beautiful Pisces. New people coming into your life, new experiences, new fun with like-minded souls. Pisces. Your card is openness. I love this card. Openness. The full moon. This is a new moon, but 2 weeks after this new moon, we're going to have a full moon, and there are all the constellations, and I feel like this card is saying, tune into the stars. See yourself on a star. Imagine yourself as a star. Connect with the cosmic realms. There's a light-filled illumination message that wants to come through for you. A feeling of oneness, a reconnection to your higher self, to the stars, to the moon, to the cosmic realms, to the galaxies, that will help you to feel even more expanded. There's a real expansive feeling to this card. So stay open, beautiful Pisces, and great things will manifest for you in the full moon to come. Happy new moon in Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius, beautiful Aquarius, thank you for your patience. You are having this new moon in Capricorn in your 12th house. Your 12th house is the house of retreat. It's your connection to the mystical realms. It is where we heal our subconscious, where we rewire our minds. This is, it was interesting tuning into you for this 12th house transit of this new moon. I got the sense of the dream time being where we can tune into the numinous, the otherworldly, our mystical selves. And I really got this feeling of you taking the rest and the downtime that you need to feel more rejuvenated, but also that your soul wants you to retreat. Your soul wants you to connect to something more expansive. Your soul is ready for something much more expansive and juicy. The word juicy came for you. More creative, more fulfilling, and you will receive that connection, that message, that treasure, that inspiration. You'll receive that in a moment of downtime. So maybe doing a guided journey. I have a few guided journeys on my YouTube channel. I'll try to remember to link to those in the description box for this video. Also, you can download my free guided meditation from my website by subscribing on my homepage for my inspirational updates. There's real invitation for you to go into the dream time, as we say, go into the other realms and connect with your guides, your spiritual inspiration, and you will receive something very sparkly. I feel something feels like a recollection of your soul to what you want next, Beautiful Aquarius. So let's pull a card for you. You're going beyond limits. You are ready to go beyond limits. The previous limits, your soul is moving so past that, which is really cool. Okay, Aquarius. Your message is, your card is opportunity. And there's a new moon in this card. There's the blue light coming from, for whatever reason, I always associate Aquarius energy with the color blue. There's the blue coming through. I feel these are like visions of your soul, little like your soul essence in the trees here, connecting to nature, spending more time outside, maybe taking a backpacking trip, or just something where you're like in the stillness of the forest. Some new opportunity may be coming to you the new moon time, the crescent moon. So, as the moon grows, a new opportunity that comes from you receiving an inspiration first during your downtime, that then begins to show itself, reveal itself during the crescent moon time. So happy new moon in Capricorn, beautiful Aquarius. Thank you so much, my beautiful friend, for your likes of this video, for your thumbs up, for your comments. I love receiving your comments. I love connecting with you, for your shares of this video, for your subscribes. I warmly invite you to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss another video, and you can feel supported by the like-minded community here. If you would like a personal astrology consultation, I invite you to go to my website, check out my testimonials. I have had many people say it's the best astrology reading they've ever had. I read the astrology, but I also tune in with my intuition, and your chart just jumps out at me. We look at the current transits, how they are affecting you, how you can work with those energies, the future transits. For some of you, the past transits will tell me a lot and will help you to feel validated about what you are going through or what you've been through. The whole goal is for your empowerment, for your coming out into the world, for your next chapter, for you really feeling like you can do it, whatever it is that you want to do. And your astrology chart is a blueprint of your soul. It's a snapshot of the moment you took your first breath. There's so much that we can see about you, your gifts, your talents, your dharma, your life purpose that we can see through an astrology reading. So if you'd like a life purpose reading, a heart's desire reading, a natal chart reading, we always look at current and future transits at the same time. go to my website, check it out. You can book your reading directly online. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I offer one-off coaching sessions called clarity sessions, as well as soul alchemy coaching. With soul alchemy coaching, we do a deeper dive to cause a breakthrough in your life, to initiate a breakthrough, a transformation, so you really can come alive to the next greatest version of who you are, of who you came here to be. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, I'm about to move to Mexico. In a few days, I'll be in Puerto Vallarta. If you want to buy me a Mexican mocha, you can do that in the description box below. I will leave a link to my PayPal. As promised, my friend, I have a free gift for you. That free gift is a guided meditation reconnecting to your spirit, returning home to yourself. If you would like to receive my free guided meditation as an instant download, just go to my website, subscribe to my inspirational updates, and you will get your free gift. And until my next video, my friend, I am sending you all my love. Happy Capricorn new moon.